43-year-old woman
oh my God.
who was just using her 17-year-old daughter's pictures to catfish men online. And she made this whole thing happen where this guy ended up going to jail and this other dude ended up dead.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the T Before Y podcast. Hello, sir. How you doing? Nice. I like that.
What's going on, bro?
How are you doing this evening?
I'm chilling, man. I feel good today. I have a bunch of crazy shit to tell you, bro. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna get right into it. This is one of the worst cases of catfishing I've heard in my life. So this happened in 2005 to this 46-year-old dude named Thomas Montgomery. And he lived in New York at the time. Around that time, this guy decides to make a profile online. I forgot exactly what social media he used, but he makes a dating profile online and he starts talking to this girl named Jessie, who is a 17-year-old girl.
Oof.
Yeah, crazy. But he was catfishing her. And he was pretending to be an 18-year-old guy named Tommy, and he was saying he was a Marine. This girl ends up really liking this character that he comes up with, and they pretty much start having like an online relationship. As this is happening, this guy's like super happy. He's dating this girl who's 17. And around the same time, this has nothing to do with Thomas.
Her, yeah.
This guy named Brian, who also works with Thomas at the same business that he works at, he was a 22-year-old guy. Just out of coincidence, he starts talking to Jessie too.
What the hell?
And they both don't know each other. Both of these guys don't know each other. By coincidence, they both start texting her. She starts to like this guy, Brian, a lot more than Tommy.
Yeah.
This dude, Thomas, starts getting super jealous. So he's just like, bro, this is freaking crazy. Because he finds out that she was texting somebody else. Because I think she told him or something like that. Like, I kind of like this other guy. So she stops giving him as much attention. He starts feeling freaking terrible.
But Brian is actually, he's not trying to make like a character. He's just Brian.
He's just being himself. He's
22-year-old talking to a 17-year-old.
Yeah, just talking to a 17-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
So he's just doing his thing. So both of these guys are they clearly need to be under the jail, right?
Yeah.
So this dude, Brian, is chopping it up with her. She really starts to like him, and they actually start to have like a relationship online, not like way more than this guy, Thomas.
Yeah.
So then one day, this dude, Thomas, is just like, bro, I can't take it anymore. You're not going to take my girl. This guy, Brian, was getting out of work one day, and he goes to his car, getting ready to go home, and Thomas pops up on him, just jumps out and ambushes this guy, and he shoots him while he's getting in his car, and he shoots him 3 times, and he kills this guy, literally in the parking lot of their job. Instantly, the people that were working there, they end up seeing what happened. They call 911. They pretty much apprehend this guy, Thomas, until the police come. Police end up arresting this dude, Thomas, and they arrest this guy, Thomas, for 20 years. So, Brian's freaking dead for nothing because you were talking to this other girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's freaking weird. So this is where the story gets insane, though. It turns out Thomas was not the only one who was catfishing.
She wasn't really Jessie.
Mike, she wasn't really Jessie. Jessie is a real girl, but Jessie was actually a 43-year-old woman
oh my God.
who was just using her 17-year-old daughter's pictures to catfish men online. And she made this whole thing happen where this guy ended up going to jail and this other dude ended up dead because she was catfishing these 2 guys. Yeah, bro.
That is insane.
Super freaking weird, bro. So
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. The mom is weird for using
her daughter's pictures. I was like, you're disgusting.
You're weird as hell for that.
Bro, you're up there with these guys.
I swear to God.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she did it to a whole bunch of other guys. So she costed 2 guys their lives.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because that could have went so bad for her daughter. Like, what if
the
dude decided to stalk
Thomas
her?
is already crazy enough to go and kill another guy at work.
What if he goes to Jessie's school?
That's what I'm saying.
And then tries to, do something with her.
She's crazy too, bro. And I think, you know what it was? I think that she just wanted the attention from men because she knew like, okay, my daughter's pretty, whatever, but I'm already like way past my prime. And these guys that I am attracted to, I want to be able to just feel like as if they're talking to me. Yeah, even though they want my daughter. Yeah. It's like it's close enough. It's proximity.
That's weird as hell,
yeah,
bro.
super disgusting.
Oh my God. And she doesn't get in trouble, right?
She doesn't get in trouble at all.
Yeah, of course she doesn't.
They pretty much were just like, bitch, you gotta fucking stop.
Yeah, you're just weird.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Bro, see the lengths that people go just for what though? It's like you killed this dude.
Yeah.
Because you guys both liked the 17-year-old girl from Virginia.
That was already insane. God. Yeah, already, bro. So it was kind of like
crazy.
It was kind of like I don't want to say they both got what they deserved, but at the same time, it's like y'all was playing with fire.
No, for reals.
Y'all were playing with real fire.
No, for real.
Yeah, bro. But the mom really, it's so funny how the mom kind of like taught them both a lesson without even doing it on purpose. Because it was just kind of like, bro, y'all shouldn't even be trying to go after my 17-year-old daughter. But you shouldn't even be using your 17-year-old daughter's pictures online.
In the first place, yeah.
What?
Another lesson that bruh should have learned was be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't let bruh just jump out on
you and blast you like that, bro. In your car.
Yeah.
You shot him in his car, bro. Yeah. It hit him, I think, his like, head, his neck, and like his chest or
dude.
something. Yeah.
But, dude, speaking of not being aware of your surroundings,
Oh.
this story is so crazy. And this is the reason why nowadays when you order like a Uber or a Lyft driver, the driver would tell you like, you know, like what's your name before you get into the car because of what happened to this girl. This happened in 2019. This girl, Samantha Josephson, was hanging out with a bunch of her friends and they were pretty much partying out in like North Carolina and they were just turning up. She was like 19 years old at the time. She's at this bar with her friends and she ends up deciding that she wants to go home for the night, like around like 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes outside. She calls an Uber to come pick her up. While she's waiting outside, a black truck pulls up and is driven by this dude named Nathaniel Rowland. This girl unknowingly gets into the vehicle of the person who's going to murder her because she thinks it's her Uber.
So it was a mistake? She got in the wrong car?
She got into the wrong car. She just got into this dude's car and bruh's kind of like, what the hell? Like,
she's like, okay.
My car. As soon as she gets into his car, he turns on the child lock so she's trapped inside of his car with him. He ends up driving her out like somewhere hella far. He stabs her like 120 times in the backseat of his car.
He does it in the car?
In his own car, yes.
Oh my God.
Stabs her 120 times, does a whole bunch of other stuff to her, and then just like drops her body off like in some field out there in North Carolina or whatever. After that, her friends are pretty much like,
what happened?
She never hit us up that she went home or whatever, that they were just worried about her. So they end up saying that she's missing. They end up searching for her. The police end up finding her dead body a day later. And they pretty much look on the cameras of like who picked her up. And they realize that she didn't even get into the right Uber that was supposed to pick her up. They end up finding Brett. Like they end up following his car. They end up getting his license plate. They end up finding him. And they literally catch him like the next day or something. Like,
so it was 2 days quick. Later,
they find him instantly because when they find him, they look into his car and his car is just covered in blood. Yeah.
I knew it.
And they found like, I think her phone or her purse inside of his car. And they just had hella evidence on him that he was the one who did it. Yeah.
Dude, so what was his motive? Like, was he just crazy and he just wanted to kill somebody?
Yeah, it was just by like, she was literally just wrong place, wrong time type of thing where she just happened to get into a crazy person's car, bro, thinking that it was her Uber. Dude,
that is so unfortunate, bro. And then bro ended up going to jail.
Yeah, he ended up going to jail.
Oh, okay. You don't know how long?
Pretty sure forever, damn near. Like, at least like, they sent him to jail for a minute because it took them until like 2021 to actually like
convict him.
Yeah, convict him of everything, damn near.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to be in there for a minute, bro, to be honest.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I always think of is like, dude, you really, like you said, you really got to know your surroundings, bro, and really know what you get into because what are the odds that you got into the car of somebody who wants to kill someone?
Yeah.
And then they just got delivered a person.
A young, pretty girl.
Yeah, bro. Versus if it was somebody else, they would have just been like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're in the wrong car.
Yeah, it's like, why are you getting in my car? And she's like, oh, aren't you Uber? He's like, no, I'm not Uber. Like,
get out.
Yeah, get out. But you had a dude that was just like, yeah, get in.
Lock the doors.
Crazy. What are the odds of that, bro?
That's insane, bro. That's what I mean. Like, just her blindly just getting into a car thinking it's her Uber, bro. Like, if she would have waited a little bit, the Uber part would have actually really pulled up.
Yeah, you know what I think it was, too? I think she was probably a little bit drunk.
For sure. 2 a.m, she's hanging out with her friends and stuff.
She's probably a little bit drunk, so she didn't really think too much.
At all.
Yeah, that's that stuff that's dangerous, bro.
But that's the reason why nowadays, like, Uber and Lyft and all these, like, driving, like, apps or whatever, like, when you get into the car, they have to, like, you have to tell the driver that, like, who I am so that they're not getting the wrong person, or also so you're not getting into some random dude's
person's car. Yeah.
Because nowadays, I think now, well, because of that, it won't really happen. But like nowadays, you can just order a Uber sticker on Amazon.
I was gonna say,
put it
slap
on your car,
it in front of your car, and say you're Uber. Yeah, I think I'm your Uber. Instantly, I'm like, hey, what's my name?
Yeah, exactly. That's why they have that rule now.
Yeah.
Back then, when Uber was first popping up,
they didn't have to do that.
Yeah, you would just get into a car,
dude,
and just drive off.
I wonder how many
oh my god,
deaths were going up
for
around that time. You know
a
what
lot
I mean?
Of
Because
for sure.
I was gonna say, because like we already see that a lot of people said they think a lot of serial killers, a lot of them were like truck drivers or these guys that kind of travel for a long periods of time and get around. You feel me? And they said they be getting a lot of girls that are prostitutes. Or, you know, those type of girls that are in that world, the sex industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit interesting. And it's kind of sad. It's just unfortunate. You're a normal girl. You're just you know, and I don't mean to say it like that, but you know what I mean. You just live a normal life. You just want to go turn up with your friends, and then this person,
like a college kid, turn up with your homies.
She was 19.
Yeah, she was like 19 or 20 years old at the time.
Jeez, bro.
She was doing our age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your life just got cut short.
Crazy.
Because you got in the wrong car.
And getting stabbed 120 times.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro.
No, seriously.
That's insane.
Yeah, because it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, bro, life is so goddamn short. You know,
if
you never know when it comes.
If she would have took that extra second before she jumped in that car to be like, wait, is this my Uber for us?
Yeah. See, that's me personally, and this is not really trying to get on no girl at all, but I just am never really going to be on the street where I'm so messed up off of alcohol or drugs or anything like that I don't really know what I'm doing. I just think that's really retarded, bro.
And also, it's like, I don't know, like, not even to like call out her friends or whatever, because it is a tragic thing.
I was gonna say another thing. Why would you let your homegirl just get into an Uber by herself in general?
Like, walking out the bar at 2 o'clock in the morning and just let your friend just walk out like that,
bro. I'm just being honest.
Uber, like, you're not gonna walk out with your friend to make sure that she gets into
she
the
gets
car
in the car cool and like it's the right vehicle and everything like that. But y'all are so whatever, like caught up in your own thing. But you know what it reminds me of, bro? And this isn't even my next story, but this just reminded me of this story happened in I think it was Houston or somewhere in Texas. I'm not too sure, but it was this girl. She was married, or her and this dude were pretty much about to get married, and they were like, you know, fiancés. She tells him one day that she was gonna go to Houston or somewhere in Texas for a job interview or something like that. And I don't think that was the first time she's done it, because bro was like, all right, cool, you know, babe, I trust you, I'll see you later. Yeah. She ends up going out there. Bro, her whole life gets flipped upside down for the stupidest thing. She didn't actually go out there for a job interview. She went out there to go cheat. Really? Yes. So she was cheating on her dude with this other guy who was a convicted felon. Oh my God. And mind you, they go to like a bar together, and there's all these like cameras that were recording them throughout the streets and everything like that. They go into this bar together, they drink for a while, they end up leaving the bar. It's kind of late. When they're going up the street, I guess this guy who is a convicted felon has a gun. These dudes should not be having guns at all, right? Yeah. He goes and hands her the gun and says, hold it in your bag. She can get up to 10 years for even just holding it. Yeah, she's stupid. Right? And she does it. And she holds it. She has it in her bag. They're going up the street, and they're crossing the street at like a stop sign or a stoplight. And as they're crossing the street, there's like this gray car that's in front of them. The guy goes and he touches the front of this guy's car. That's going to piss off most people, especially the fact of like, dude, why are you touching my car? Yeah. And you're drunk as hell. What the fuck is wrong with you? This guy goes and he jumps out of his car pretty much. And he was in the passenger seat. He jumps out the car and he starts tripping like, bro, don't touch our car or whatever. What the hell's wrong with you? The guy instantly starts tripping, you know, the felon. He's like, bro, what you want to do? What you want to do? It looks like they're about to fight. And it shows it on the footage. He instantly, the minute he sees the guy's aggressing him, like he's getting ready to fight him, the guy who came out the car, he goes to his girl, the cheater, and he starts digging in her bag. What do you think he's trying to get? Yeah. He starts digging for the gun. The guy instantly is like, oh, okay, I know what you want. He runs to his car. He runs back to the car. He goes and grabs his gun, and he starts firing because the dude already got the gun out of the bag and try to up it on him. And you know how in Texas is open carry state, right? Lifts it up, starts busting at bro. He ends up hitting the girl by accident, and she dies. Damn. Now let's talk about this. Why were you out there in the first place? I'm RIP. Yeah. But my whole point is, you wouldn't have even died if you weren't even playing these games, being in that situation, bro. Exactly. A lot of people don't know how to just move smart. You could have just been at home with your husband. You did not have no job interview, bro. You were about to get married. Yeah. And then how do we expect the guy to feel after the fact that your girl cheated on you and then died? Yep. While she was on the date with another guy. Yeah. Ain't that a... Yeah, because, like, do you feel bad? Do you... Bro, you're going to be sad about it. Sad for surely of, like, oh, my God. But it's just kind of still, like... But then bro, you find out the truth. Yeah. You two-timing, like... You playing with me. Yeah. You was really playing with my heart. Cheating with me. Yeah. While you were telling me that you were on some business trip or whatever. Yeah, and I believed you. Yeah. And I trusted you enough to go to freaking Austin or whatever. You feel what I mean? Bro, that story just bothered me so much, bro, because it was like, you know, and then the guy ended up literally calling the police himself. The guy who shot the girl by accident, he was aiming for bro. He called the police himself and said, I ain't gonna lie, I got into this altercation. This guy lifted up a gun on me. I ended up accidentally shooting this girl. So he kind of did the right thing. Yeah. And honestly, he's not even the aggressor. Yeah, he wasn't in the wrong for us. Because it's like, one, why are you starting it by even touching my car? That's so random. Why you have no business touching my car at all. Yeah, and then you instantly went for strap. Instantly. You was just like, babe, give me the gun, give me the gun. Yeah. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? And he could have, and let's even say they both survived. The minute they would have been like this, in this footage right here, what is he reaching for? He was reaching for a gun. Whose gun is it?
Exactly. You're not supposed
She's
to have
not gonna
that.
say it's hers.
Yeah.
Do you have a license?
And even if it is yours, why is he grabbing it?
Yeah. Why are you even allowing him to grab a gun? You know he's not supposed to have one, right?
Yeah.
Come on. 10 years.
He's not supposed to be around one for us.
Exactly. So she was playing with fire for real too.
Yeah, no matter what situation, she would have got caught up and got killed. But it's like she just happened to took the worst route she possibly could, bro, and
it
died.
ended her life.
Oh my god, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
All because she's messing with some hothead, bro.
Yeah, bro, real hothead. And I'm just like, what did you see in this dude? You got a good husband at home. I'm already done. It was the thrill. It was the thrill. Yeah. Of like, oh my god, we're so hot right now. Like I'm holding his gun and I'm doing this and I'm with the felon and I could be in trouble.
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, you're stupid. Yeah, freaking Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird to me. I never understood those people that will be like, I need a thrill in my relationship. You want to know when a relationship is getting good? When it starts getting boring.
Yeah,
that's the truth. That's how you know you guys are getting used to each other. Where you just be like this. You already know damn near all your girls' habits. Oh, okay, yeah, she want to watch freaking Vampire Diaries again. Cool, let's watch season 5.
Yeah,
we gonna watch season 5. She want to go to the store and just go get groceries. All right, cool. I don't need my girl to be hecka adventurous and all this other stuff. And I would advise most of the girls who even watch our stuff, you don't need your guy to be this super adventurous guy where he's always doing everything that he was doing in the beginning. He was trying to get you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't do it ever again. There's a couple times that, he might just randomly say, hey, babe, let's go do this. Let's go play laser tag. I don't know. Let's go mini golfing. Let's
bring you some flowers and stuff.
Let's go to the beach. Let's go do this.
Yeah,
bring you flowers.
But for that to be like a every single day type of thing, bro. Like
you're chasing a thrill that's going to eventually die.
I don't think it's a good thing because it's like, if that's all you're chasing is just the thrill of it, it's like, do you really like mess with Bro Frills?
Yeah.
Or you just mess with the stuff that he does for you and that he buys for you or whatever. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be a dude who could buy shit for you.
Yeah.
And do these crazy adventurous things for you.
No facts.
But at the end of the day, it's like, is that the guy you really want to be with for reals?
Yeah. Or is it what he's doing?
Yeah.
That's what I think a lot of people need to think about.
Are you really messing with him as a person or just the stuff that he does for you?
Thank you, bro. And I think that's what a lot of people need to think about is like, if you a girl or a dude, it's like you need to know, is this person really rocking with me for who I am or what because in the end of the day, we all are opportunists by nature. You feel what I'm saying? In general, most of the time. It's like most people aren't going to hang out with even homies unless they know like, okay, bro, I hang out, bro, because he's funny. He's this, he's that, whatever, whoop, and all these other things. It's like if you were just some guy that didn't really have nothing to you, I would hang out with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's not all I'm chasing, though. It's like every day you got to have something cool for us to do as a homie, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I just think that was so crazy to me that like you lost your life because you were chasing after a thrill when you already had something good back at home.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think the whole like I seen this story the other day on Reddit, and this is so crazy.
Yeah.
Where this dude was pretty much saying like, it's one of those like, am I the a-hole or whatever?
Yeah.
Because he ended up getting mad at his girl.
Yeah.
Because I guess his girl was always going on these business trips or whatever. And he was
another
cool
business trip girl.
Right? She started bringing up this dude that she would always work with all the time.
Tommy's so annoying.
Yeah, stuff like that, right? And the dude was kind of like, in the post, he's like, I'm not insecure, so it's like, it didn't bother me that much, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, bro, you made a whole Reddit post about it, so it didn't bother you. So let's be real.
Yeah.
Right? He said randomly, right before she went on one of those trips, she asked her husband for a hall pass.
Like a cheating hall pass?
Yes. And he was like, no. Like, what the hell? Like, no, I don't want you to have a hall pass.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, well, all right, whatever. And she left. And his Reddit post is pretty much saying, like, am I an asshole for, like...
letting my girl have a hall pass?
If I bring it up to her when she comes... Because she went on the trip. She probably cheated on Brett.
Oh, yeah, she got her hall pass.
Yeah, with or without consent.
Yeah, me.
And he was pretty saying, like, would I be an a-hole for bringing it up to her and accusing her of cheating pretty much?
Yeah.
For going on this trip.
Let me ask you before you even ask me. Do you think he's a jerk for asking?
No.
I think that's reasonable, dude.
That's a reasonable suspicion to have.
Yeah, dog. Because, like, that's so weird. That it's so specific. It's just like, that's like me randomly one day just telling my girl, just like, you ever thought, like, what if we, like, added a blonde to our relationship? Like, me, you, and then this blonde girl.
Yeah.
What? Okay. We've been together for 5 years. Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it was just a thought. That's all.
Just a suggestion.
Just a suggestion. Just an idea. It doesn't mean I want to do it. No, I don't think that's a good idea to add a blonde to our relationship. Okay. Cool. I was just throwing it out there for sure. And then randomly, she comes over to my job to bring me food.
Your coworker's
my coworker's this blonde girl that I'm sitting there talking to, and we sit right next to each other. Really?
Babe, it's just a coincidence, babe.
Babe, it's just a coincidence.
Has nothing to do with my coworker.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Mandy. Like, she's just cool. She's one of the guys.
Yeah. Let's be real, bro. You want to smack Mandy down.
Yeah. You wanted to try to get a three-way going. A throuple. You feel me? It's like, bro, just keep it real.
Yeah.
I don't know why people can't just keep it real, bro. It's like, look, if you want to get that throuple going, bro, tell your girl to take the risk. Okay. If she says she don't want it, she's probably going to leave you.
Yeah.
The idea that you even threw it out there. If you want to go and have a hall pass, just be honest. Like, actually just do it. I want an open relationship. I want an open relationship, bro. Don't just say, like, I just want a hall pass real quick. No. You want to get smacked by other dudes. Just be honest. I'm
pretty sure
you're cooked.
This is just me speculating about this one story alone. Because she was already talking about this guy a lot.
You think she's already done it several other times?
She's probably already done it a bunch of times. Yeah. But now she just wants...
Feeling bad?
Feeling bad. She wants permission for it.
Yeah.
So that if anything ever pops up about
That's what I'm thinking too.
She could be like,
you gave me the hall pass. That's good. That's good, bro.
I think that's what happened.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So what advice would you give this guy?
Leave her ass. Because she already cheated on you hella times, bro. Sorry to tell you this. Yeah. Find proof that she cheated on you. Go to court. And wax her for all her money or something.
Yeah, dude. See, this is what I mean, though, that people are too gullible. I think he's like, the reason why he even went to Reddit is because he's probably just like, oh, I don't know what to do. And because, I believe her.
And he made it very apparent, like, I'm not insecure.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I have this suspicion. It's like, dude, why do you even have to bring that into the...
What does that have to do with about being insecure? I hate when people say that. That has nothing to do with being insecure. Honestly,
that's so dumb.
You know,
bro.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, just don't be so goddamn gullible.
Like, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
To be insecure about something. Like, yes. Your girl's cheated on you, bro.
Yes, bro. It's good. Be insecure about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that doesn't make any sense.
Be all nonchalant about it. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, dude, she cheats. You know, it's what it is. People cheat.
Yeah.
Relationships end. Really? I gotta be Mr. Chill about it?
No, because that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Be insecure if you want to.
That's a valid crash out.
Yeah. That's what I just never understood. But I just wanted to get into my next thing, though. Speaking of even being gullible, we need to not be as dumb or believe what we just see or hear online.
You heard about the kangaroo AI video?
Nah, what the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, it tricked me. I got fooled by it. I felt like an old man. There's this video that's going viral. This lady is like at the airport arguing with the lady who works there.
Yeah.
The whole point of the video is the lady who works at the airport is telling her that she can't let her pet kangaroo come on board with her.
And it looks real.
The lady say like this is her support animal.
Yeah.
And in the video, bro, the kangaroo is holding like the plane tickets or something. Bro, it looks so real, dude. When I seen this video, I thought it was a real video at first. I thought it was like a baby kangaroo or something.
Oh, it's a small kangaroo?
Yeah, too? It looks a little tiny, yeah. But it turns out that it was all AI. And bro, I swear to God, everybody got fooled by this.
Even the people are AI?
Even the people are AI, yes.
Wow.
Everyone got fooled by this video though, for sure.
That's interesting.
Yeah, everyone online it's getting crazy. Like, it's getting so crazy.
It is getting crazy. And look, I now you just kind of led me into something else. I'm going to get into my original stuff, but I had to say this because you already started talking about AI. I seen this lady. I forgot where she's from exactly, but I might try to put the video up. This lady, she went in front of like a whole court of people, and she lifts up a picture of her naked.
I seen this because of the deepfakes.
But it's a deepfake.
Yeah,
it's not her. And I was like, bro, you're wilding for even doing that. Like, I would never do some shit like that. Like, that's so insane. I know, but still, it's crazy.
She's just talking about how easy it is to get deepfakes.
She said, I literally did it in 10 minutes. I made this.
Yeah.
She was like, this is crazy. Like, so what do you think is going to happen in the future? Because this looks so realistic. And it just says like declothed on this app that she used or whatever, or this website. And it just finds a body type that's similar to theirs and then throws boobs and all this other stuff on it and does it like that.
Crazy. They're going to get to a point where it's like
crimes.
You can just make a full explicit video of somebody.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Either
having sex,
doing that, or even
killing someone.
Yeah.
You can make it really look like, oh yeah, well, Mike did this 3 years ago and he did it behind this dumpster and here's a video of Mike, and then it shows like you turn your face at the camera.
And I'm stomping some homeless person out or something like that.
And you take their money and stuff.
I even heard recently that supposedly the CIA or FBI or whatever, I guess they got video footage of Epstein proving that it was a suicide, that it wasn't like, people were saying that he pretty much got murdered and they made it look like it's a suicide.
Really?
They're pretty much saying like, oh yeah, well, now we have video footage of him actually doing it to himself. But it's like, you guys waited all this time to release this footage.
Yeah.
Right after AI got really, really good.
Exactly.
Now there's footage of Epstein killing himself.
Very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Very interesting.
That's very weird.
It's convenient.
What are the odds?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Yeah, now you guys found this footage, or now you guys are ready to release this footage, but all these past years, this happened a long time ago.
I know. And you know what's so crazy about it too? You want to know what even makes it better? You got to think about it. If it was a couple years ago, and let's say they're trying to make it look like it's from a security cam or something, they can take this AI and make it look a little grainy.
Yeah.
So that's even going to make it look better. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's clearly Epstein. Look at his head.
Yeah.
Because he had a strange kind of head.
Yeah.
Longer head. It's like, that's clearly Epstein, bro.
And now
it's easy to just
with how easy it is, and on top of that, if they're doing like putting a security camera like filter over it, bro, that's gonna look so real.
Yeah, that's actually.
If they can make real stuff look real, with no filter on it, just a regular dude talking, they could definitely make some grainy footage of a guy killing himself in a prison cell look real as hell.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So this is gonna get insane, bro. Who knows where this is going? But like I was saying about being gullible, because we all fall for a lot of this stuff we've seen online. This girl fell for one of the stupidest things I've seen online. This happened in 2019 in Alaska to this 19-year-old girl named Denali Bremer. One day she was just on social media and she ended up getting a text message from this guy that was named Tyler, who claimed to be a tycoon. He ends up messaging this girl and he randomly tells her, I will pay you $9 million if you go and murder someone and send me proof.
Wow.
So this 19-year-old girl, Denali, ends up being like, are you serious? And bro's like, yes, I will actually send it to you. He like sends her proof that he has the money and he'll send it to her. So then she's like, all right, sweet, I'll do it. She convinces two of her homies, these two boys. And the reason why they were down is because she said she was going to split it down 3 ways. So they all going to get $3 million each.
Yeah.
They ended up going through with this plan. They're like, all right, bro, so now we just got to find somebody.
And it just be a random person. It doesn't have to be someone specific.
It could be a random person. That's what the guy said. Just find somebody, kill them, and send me the proof. So they end up choosing this 19-year-old girl named Cynthia Hoffman, who was a disabled girl who actually believed that she was best friends with Denali. This girl is under the assumption that they're friends.
Yeah, they're
so
homies.
She's like, yeah, like this is my friend, whatever. So that's what they used to get her to trust them. So they're just like, yeah, we want to go like on a hike with you and we're just going to go hang out. Cynthia's like, okay, yeah, cool. Like I'll come with you guys. So they ended up going up this hill and they take her up there. Immediately they all start jumping her. They duct tape this girl, like her hands and stuff like that. As they did that, they flip her over. One of the dudes grabs a gun. I think he got it from his dad or something. And he shoots her in the back of her head and kills her.
Damn.
As this girl, Denali, is recording it.
Oh, so they got footage of this.
So now she got footage for the proof. So after they do that, they go and they just dump her body in a river. They don't even try to really get rid of the evidence in the best way. They just dump her body in a river and let her go down the river. They leave. They end up going back. When she gets home, she sends this guy the footage. 2 or a couple days after, police end up finding this girl's body at the end of this river. Because I think somebody that was down over there like fishing or something ended up seeing the body, reported it. They ended up finding it.
Yeah.
The evidence is all over the place. These kids didn't wear gloves. They didn't do anything like that.
Oh my God.
So they ended up getting caught up pretty easy. They go and make 3 arrests. They arrest all 3 of these kids. They end up arresting this guy, Tyler, as well. And his real name was actually David. And he was actually this guy who was, I think, in his 30s. And he lived in his mother's basement.
Oh, wow.
So he was really like some loser guy who just wanted to see some chaos happen and trick these kids online. To my surprise, all of them got 99 years.
All of them?
All of them.
Even
all 4 of them. Even David. He got 99 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So they ended up sending all of them to jail. And, dude, they're never getting out, bro. Yeah, not in our lifetime.
99 years is crazy.
They got 99 years each.
They're not getting out in their lifetime. What you mean our lifetime? They're never gonna get out. Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, 99 years for this, bro. And I was like, you're so stupid.
So stupid, yeah.
Did you really think this guy was gonna pay you $9 million? Did you think this was the Hunger Games or something? What did you think?
No, for real.
Did you think this was like Squid Game?
Oh my God, these kids are so dumb, bro. Why would you even think that's...
He's actually a tycoon hitting you up.
Yeah, and why would he pay you $9 million to kill a random person?
Yeah. I don't know where
maybe they thought it was on some Squid Game stuff.
They probably did. They probably thought it was like, oh, this is our first challenge. They thought this was a real game, bro.
Oh my God,
interesting,
bro.
Yeah. When I heard this, I was like, "You are so
that's
stupid."
So sad, bro. RP to that girl, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Cynthia Hoffman, bro. Dude, that shit is so crazy.
Killed an innocent person because you thought you was gonna get rich off of it.
Yeah. Did you not think this? And this is what we always say.
Research anything?
Yeah, I was gonna
proof?
say you should have found proof. Of like, okay, let's look this guy up.
Let's look up his businesses.
Yeah.
If he's a
tycoon. Tyler, the tycoon. I just think he can't even came up with the name Tyler because it's the T and the T. That's why he's Tyler the tycoon. Yeah. You know, like this is so crazy to me that I'm like, you just fell for this loser's game. You entertained him, and he was probably just like, "Whoa, dude, she actually did it," and he's probably juiced. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just a freaking basement dweller. And it's so insane that they didn't think anything of it. They didn't sit there and be like, you know what, nah, this might not be the smartest plan or whatever. And I'm just like, you didn't even really take any precautions. I'm not saying that that's how it should have went down, but if you about to try to do some stuff, bro, jeez,
at least look into what you're getting yourself into. All for a quick money scheme. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all would have just went online, researched this dude,
you would have instantly found out,
figured out if he's really who he is.
Yeah, it's like I can't find anything on this guy. I can't find anything on this guy. I'm just being honest. Most of the time, if you can't find anything on a person,
if someone's willing to offer you $9 million, bro, they have at least a breadcrumb trail that will lead them to other stuff about them.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No one's gonna just give out $9 million to a random girl just because she killed somebody. And also the whole thing that it made me a little suspicious too, like, you could just kill someone randomly. It wasn't like a specific person, because you think like he's gonna pay me to kill someone specifically, not just some random person off the street for $9 million.
Let alone a 19-year-old girl in her freaking Scooby gangs. Like, what? No, so ridiculous. I was just like, what is wrong with y'all? This isn't Stranger Things. This isn't a TV series where it's
like a dark episode of iCarly or something.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I kill somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
That was good. Sorry.
I get scammed.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
It's like you really got coerced.
No, for reals. You're such an idiot.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. All to get fast money.
Yeah, and no, this is what I mean though. It's like that is the easiest scam to detect. It's like it's different.
Nigerian prince.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hi, I'm a Nigerian prince named Ungande, and I'm gonna give you $10 million, and all you need to do is go on the street and take a video of some girl while she's like in the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Really, dog?
You think that's gonna get you $10 million in rupees?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Really, dude?
You are so dumb. I feel like people that are like that shouldn't have access to the internet.
They shouldn't have access to a lot of stuff. A bank account, let alone a license to drive.
That's the thing that always boggles me. When we tell stories about these people who are so dumb out of their minds, it's like, dude, these people could vote.
Yeah.
These people could drive.
Yeah.
These people work regular jobs stuff.
Yeah, you clock in.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. I'm like, don't let this person handle any heavy machinery or anything, bro.
At all.
Nothing. Because I'm like, you really got bamboozled.
Don't let them run any type of inventory.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah.
Let them do any type of inspections or anything like that,
bro. Because I'm just like, you are a functioning American like the rest of us. Yeah. But your brain is literally not located where ours is. Yeah. Yours is in your ass. Yeah. It's so crazy to me, bro. I'm just like, and that's what I mean of like, there's a difference how we can get scammed online of, oh, okay, not even really scammed, but tricked, where it's AI or all these other things. That's understandable. It's like, oh yeah, well, I thought it was real. I thought that was actually a real girl. Or I thought that was actually a real dude that was over here playing the banjo in a lake of fire. Yeah.
And it was even like the dude didn't even send her like here's a little bit of money to show that I'm real. That would have made sense.
Let's say he sent her 10,000.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh, okay. Like,
might be legit.
I might have fell for it a little bit. I wouldn't have killed nobody. I would have just went on Reddit, found a video of somebody getting killed, done it like that. One, yeah. And if he was just like, nah, I need to see your face in it, I'd be like, bro, you need to send me an extra 10.
Oh God, right now.
Yeah, right now, and I'll do it. Then I'm just gonna ghost him.
Yeah. With the 20 ends in my pocket.
So I'm going to finesse the finesser.
Yeah, oh God.
But she was
That's the way to do
stupid.
it.
Yeah, she was so stupid. She didn't think of finessing the finesser. She just walked right into it and got finessed. And now you got 99 years and no money.
That's insane.
99 like, did you think you were a hitman?
Man.
Hitman for hire?
19 years old with your two buddies, and you think y'all could perform a professional hit job for $9 million.
A bunch of dweebs, huh?
Oh, my God.
Insane.
You think the judge gave them 99 years because of the price tag that they gave them?
Probably, yeah.
I love judges that are
I know, me too, yeah. Remember I told you that one? Yeah, I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about, who made the dude like, he made him like
clean. He made him,
or he made him,
no, the funniest one to me was this lady left a bunch of kittens in the woods, and then so he made her spend like a week, like a bunch of nights in the woods or something like that, and she had to do it, or she had to pay like some crazy fine. Yeah. I was like, bro, come on,
that one. That one's good.
You know, you make the crime match
the punishment.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of people who try to do a get rich scheme, it was about this lesbian couple named Rachel Stevens and Kayla Jones. Rachel Stevens has a 5-year-old boy. Around December of 2015, this little boy started getting seizures. He had to get airlifted to a hospital down there because the seizures were so severe.
Wow.
So they take him to the hospital. While the little boy is at the hospital, this couple decides to put up a GoFundMe page to pay for all his expenses pretty much and for medication and stuff like that because of the seizures he's been having. They start getting a lot of attention online and they start raising a lot of money for this kid. Yeah. The doctors back at the hospital with this little boy find a lot more sinister stuff that's been happening with this family behind the scenes. What they find out is not only has this boy been having seizures, but he has a lot of broken bones and a lot of bones that were healing like they just got broken. Oh. Yeah.
So they was abusing him.
They were abusing the hell out of this little boy. Yeah. And when the little boy ends up waking up, the doctors call the police because they realize like this kid has a little broken bones. It's like, because they said that he had fell and got a seizure. But it's like you don't fall and break your arms and your hands and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then have seizures on top of that. So the police come and they start asking the little boy like, is everything at home like good? Like, is everything at home okay? Yeah. And the little boy pretty much just flat out tells him no, everything that's been happening to him. I'm not okay at home. My mom and her girlfriend have been abusing me to the next level. And the things that they do to this kid is so crazy. The boy said that they would make him put his hands out like this.
On the stove?
And he would put his hands out and they'll start beating his hands with like a hammer.
What?
While the other one is like whipping him with a belt.
Bro, what?
Yeah, bro.
Like they got his hands like on a table?
Like on a table and they're like smacking it with a hammer. That's why his hands would be broken and stuff. To the point they would beat him so bad that he would end up getting seizures.
So that's why he was having
seizures? That's why he was having seizures, because they were beating him so bad. And the little boy said at one point, his mom's girlfriend kicked him in the groin so many times that he literally started bleeding and he got into a seizure after being kicked in the groin like 15 or 20 times or something. By a grown woman to a 5-year-old boy, mind you.
Whoa.
Yeah, bruh. This kid has been abused pretty much his whole life by this couple who has been doing this to him and trying to exploit him for, you know, insurance money and
the GoFundMe
money and stuff. Yeah.
How much did they raise?
I don't know exactly how much they raised, but they raised a fat amount, because this story of this little kid kind of went a little bit viral where people were supporting this couple. And
before they knew everything
that had happened. Oh, dude. And they kind of leaned into like, you know,
Yep. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Yeah. To get more people to feel bad for them to support their cause. Yeah. As soon as all this goes out, the police instantly go and arrest these girls. This is around 2016. Bro, they only give them 20 years.
Each.
Are
you serious?
Yes. Within 2036 or whatever, they're going to be out.
Bro, and how old were they? Were they like in their 30s?
They're in their 20s, 25 and 27, I think. 25
really?
and 23 or something, yeah.
So these bitches still got a full life. I'm sorry for my language. So they still got a full life.
So they're going to get out in their like 40s. And if they're on good behavior in there, probably less 30s. Than that. Yeah.
Bro, I'm not even playing. There's no good behavior after that.
It's insane. And the kid ended up going to like CPS. They took him out and
now he's in the system.
Yeah, found him a new family or whatever.
Dude, I mean, well, that might be cool.
Yeah, I mean, better than what was happening to him. Yeah.
See, that's the sad part about certain children. It's kind of interesting how we were talking about it in the last episode. Like, bro, some people just don't need kids, dude. And the fact that they like adopted this kid.
No, it was actually her. So.
Oh, she had a previous partner.
Yeah, Rachel. That was her actual son.
Oh my, that's even worse.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that's even worse.
You're doing it to your own kid.
Your own blood.
Yeah, bro.
Let alone to anybody's child. But dude, that's so crazy to me that like, what possesses you?
To beat him into seizures?
Yeah, no, I'm just being honest.
I don't think, that's why. Honestly, I've never heard of something like that where you beat a kid so bad that they get seizures.
Yeah, I've never heard of it like that where you're beating them that much, but I've heard of people getting beat up and they end up having seizures.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so if they're doing it to that level, then like, cause dude, smashing a hammer on it, bro, the kid's gonna spaz out, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Breaking his hands on it, like I can't even imagine me as a grown man getting a hammer hitting my hands and somebody's going full swing. That's crazy to me.
While you're getting like hit with a belt at the same time.
Bro, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like some parents abuse their power to the next level.
Bro, I'm saying, you know, bro. And then kicking him in the groin to the point where he has a seizure is crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. Oh man.
Dude,
that kid had he was dealt a bad hand.
I swear to God, bro.
He was dealt one of the worst.
Some people are just so unlucky when it comes to, you know, being in this world.
Yeah.
The fact that the kid didn't die through any of this.
I know, no, he's really a trooper, bro. That kid is different.
I swear.
At 5 years old as well. The fact that he's 5 years old and he dealt with all that pain and he's still cool, like he able to. And I know now that he's older because that was like what?
That was
9 years ago.
That was like, well, damn near like 10 years ago. Wow. Now this is his 10th year.
Yeah, pretty much. Bro, he's like 15.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. He probably got a vendetta.
No, for real.
I'm not even kidding. That's the type of trauma you remember for the rest of your life.
Forever.
That's the type of stuff you remember for the rest of your life. Like, you got to think about it. His hands are probably never the same.
Never.
Of what they were supposed to be. His back is probably still destroyed to a degree.
Probably can't have kids.
probably can't either. Yeah, they probably gave him some form of like cancer,
testicular cancer or something like that, bro.
Yeah, it probably ruined the development.
Yeah, I swear to God. It probably messed him up for reals in the long run. I swear.
Jeez, bro.
And the fact that like these stories always amaze me when they're like such little kids, but they're so grown. The fact that he's able to tell the police, them everything. Like, I've been abused. Yeah. It's not good at home. Yeah. When I was 5 years old, I wouldn't have said that. Nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm never gonna lie. Like, bro, my mom could have been in the other room, and you feel me? She's the one who abused me, her and my dad. And the minute the cops talking to me, I look through the window, I see my mom back there. She could have showed me a box of mac and cheese. I would have been like this. Life's good.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I live life.
Yeah, because I still want mac and cheese. I still want to watch American Dragon. Yeah. Like.
But to the point where you're being beaten to seizures and you have to get airlifted to the hospital, bro, like your brain is going to be different at 5 years old already. Yeah.
You almost become an adult.
Instantly.
You grow up way faster because of the trauma. You know, I think it's kind of the same thing as like war, you know, and you know, it's so interesting too. And I even seen this perspective about that, which is kind of messed up if you really think about it. It's like they were drafting dudes at 18.
Fresh out of
high school, bro. Sometimes maybe even 17.
Yeah.
They'll probably get you. And it's like, okay, I'm 18. I go to war and I go fight this war for y'all. I'm considered a man. But when I come back home, I can't go to a bar and get a drink because now I'm a child again.
That's crazy.
So y'all can make me die for y'all, but I'm too young to get a drink or smoke a cigarette. I'm not saying these things are good, but I seen this old dude that had that perspective. He went to the war. And he was like, that was the craziest thing I ever heard. He said, so I'm old enough to die,
but not enough to get a drink.
Think about that.
That's insane, bro.
Most of us don't think about that logic. So I'm old enough to die. Oh, I'm a man when I go to war, though, right? Yeah. I'm a man when I'm packing that gun up and I'm killing this other man that got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm too young to go to a bar and walk in there and get a drink.
And even now, like even nowadays, it's still crazy. It's you could be 17, 18, get into the army, bro. Get into especially in California.
Yeah.
You get into the army, whatever.
Yeah.
You're 18 years old, but you can't buy a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. You can't buy a vape. You can't buy anything from the dispensaries.
Yeah.
You can't buy a drink. You can't even get a gun.
Yeah.
At 18 years old in California.
So I can't own a gun. I can
sign up for the
military, and then y'all supply me with the gun to go and kill other people. So you start seeing the inconsistencies when you really think about it for real, bro.
It's weird.
So it's the same thing, like, you know, with this kid. I think it's that mindset of like, so now I gotta almost age myself up, but I'm still a child though.
Yeah, it's the same thing where, you know, you'll see someone would have hella kids.
Yeah.
And the oldest kid ends up taking care of the youngest kid.
Oldest kid ends up being like the second mom or the second dad.
Exactly. And that kid has to, you know what I mean, age up a little bit more.
Damn near give up their childhood to make sure their brothers and sisters are okay.
Crazy.
Because mom and dad wanted to have 20 kids. It's just like, why would you even do that? And then now you and dad are always at work, and then I got to make dinner for 20 other kids. Crazy. I got to go and put past all my childhood. I can't go and play. I can't go and hang out with my friends. I can't do this.
Yeah, and I feel
it's crazy. It's selfish.
And I feel like some people see that kind of as like a regular thing, which I think is crazy. I don't think that should be a regular thing.
Yeah, no.
I seen this video on TikTok the other day where this girl's making a funny video where she was pretty much saying, whenever I have kid, I already have a bunch of babysitters on the ready, because she's talking about her nieces and nephews.
Yeah,
her nephews and nieces.
Yeah.
In the video, she's like, there's like a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And one of the kids, bro, she's not older than 13, 12 years old. Yeah. She's holding a baby.
Dude.
In the video. And then people in the comments like, oh, girl in the purple is already ready.
Yeah.
Like, bro, she's a little ass girl herself.
She's a little kid too, bro. She wants to drink a Go-Gurt too, and, you know, go get a Danimals. She shouldn't
have to worry about taking care of her little sister and carrying her around. Like, that's good. First of all, that's bad for that little girl's back.
Yeah, I mean, she's
carrying that little girl around.
She's 13 years old, dude.
Probably young. I ain't gonna lie, she's probably younger than 13 is being nice. She's probably like 10, 11.
Wow.
She looks super young in the video.
Yeah.
And you can tell she was super young because she had stains on her shirt. You know, she's a little girl.
Yeah. She got mustard and
ketchup. She got Cheeto stains on her shirt and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And she's holding another baby.
Yeah, it's like two babies.
Yeah, or holding each other, like taking care of each other.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's, and the people in the comments are like, yeah, mama in the purple is already ready.
Yeah, dude.
What the hell are y'all talking about?
Yeah, bro,
that's a little ass girl.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. It's just like we pick and choose when kids are grown. It's like you'll tell, even with parents, they do that a lot. Well, like I said, with parents, they do that a lot where it'll be like this. Nah, bro. You need to grow up and do this, and that. But then you still feel like you should be able to tell me what to do because I'm still your child. It's like, but I'm grown though. You make it like, no. You need to go get a job. You need to go do this. You need to go do that, da. But it's like, then when you need me, it's like, no, but you're my kid. You're always going to be my little boy.
Yeah.
You're always going to be da. And it's like, we want to always pick and choose when people are children or not.
Or even like in the eyes of the law.
Yes.
Specific, you know what I mean? It could be two cases. This little girl or whatever, she's 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
She does something or something happens to her.
Yeah.
Everyone sees her as
a little girl.
A little girl sweetheart.
Yep.
This girl, on the other hand, same age.
Yep.
Stabs somebody.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
You're going to jail for fucking ever.
Yeah,
you're not a little girl.
They're like this.
You're a grown adult.
Hey, lady, get in there.
Yeah.
That's all it is. What do you mean, lady? I'm 15.
I'm the same age as that girl over there.
No, ma'am. You get your old ass in that freaking cell.
So it's like
now they looking at her like a 35-year-old woman.
Yeah. Is it because of what she did compared to the other girl got something did to her?
Yeah.
They're both the same age. They both could be in the same class.
Yeah.
They both could be friends.
Yeah. So it's very interesting how we play the law for real, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
And they do that a lot with like with boys a lot. It happens a lot with boys.
Yeah.
More specifically, it happens with boys a lot.
Yes.
Where a 9-year-old boy would do something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a grown ass man.
Yep.
You're 10 years old.
Yep.
Your balls haven't even dropped yet, but you're a grown man.
Yeah,
and we're gonna convict you as a grown ass man because of the shit you did.
Yeah, see, and that's what I mean. It's just like, it's very dark when you start to see the way the culture kind of pushes, especially young men, to just have this weird duality. Because it's like, be honest, bro, once you probably hit like 12 years old, nobody was treating you like your little cute Mike anymore.
Yeah, no. Besides my mom.
Maybe your mom. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But she was picking and choosing probably too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, no, Mike. Now you got to start helping around the house a little bit. Now you got to start doing this, and that. You're not just sitting there watching Avatar no more or whatever you want to watch. Nah, bro. You go help around the house, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You should know better now. You should this, and that. But it's like, you feel me? I don't know. I just think it's so interesting how we have that duality all the time. You know what I mean? Because when I thought about that war thing, that blew my mind. Like, that old man really had a good point. When he said, I'm old enough to die, but I'm not old enough to get a beer.
That's crazy.
Like, that blew my mind a little bit. I was like, that is a crazy perspective.
Yeah.
Because he was like, think about it. When I was in the war, I was smoking cigarettes.
Buying
I was
beer,
drinking.
Yeah.
I was doing all these other things. And then y'all trusted me enough to have an AK-47.
While doing all that.
While doing all this. And then going and killing these foreign men that I don't even know or don't have any beef with to play an old man's game.
Yeah.
A game that happened way before I was even here. But I got to play into y'all game because it's the law. Or else I go to prison. So I'm old enough to go to jail too if I don't want to go to the war.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all old enough to throw me in a slammer for a minute or make me pay a crazy fine. So y'all pretty much forcing me to have no other option.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. You're put with this dilemma where it's either you go fight for us, or you're going to jail.
Yep. Or give us money.
Yeah.
A lot of it too.
Some amount that you don't have for sure.
I know you don't have it.
Because you're 18 years old. You're just fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
You don't have this money.
We're going to get your mom and dad to the next level. Put them in debt. You want your mom and dad to be in debt?
Yeah.
So what else are you going to do? Your parents going to be like, bro, look, you go to the war, you might come back as a hero. I don't want you to go, but there's a possibility you can come back as a hero. Or I could come back with my brain scrambled because I saw my boy get his face blown up. Yeah. Or I saw my boy get stuck in this freaking Vietnamese trap that destroyed his body.
Or I come back not able to walk the same again.
Yeah.
Or ever again.
Yeah.
I come back with no legs.
Yeah. Or I come back and my freaking face is half burnt up.
Some Lieutenant Dan type stuff.
Yeah.
I come back with no legs or
straight
something.
up. And we don't think about this.
No, that's real. For real, that's some real stuff.
What kind of options did these young men have?
Yeah, and I think nowadays people specifically like in the United States don't think about stuff like that because we're not in a crazy wartime like how we was back in the days. I mean, it's still wartime for sure. It's always
wartime. It's just not happening around us as much.
It's just not happening around us, and it's not affecting us as much as it is other places in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, or how it affected us back in the days where we didn't have that choice. It was instantly like,
come on,
you could walk.
Yeah.
You could do like this with your finger.
Yeah.
Come on.
Crazy.
You can hold a gun then.
Yeah.
You could fight.
And bro, you couldn't say I don't know. You couldn't say give me some time to think.
You flat-footed?
No. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see the soles of your feet. Nah, you're good. That's not flat enough. Come on, put some boots on.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get them feet real flat.
Yeah. It's like, bro, wait, what? So y'all gonna force me?
Yeah.
I just got out of high school.
On me.
I can't even go to college or anything like that.
Yeah. That's so sad to really think about too. It's like, imagine this. I just got the girl I always wanted my senior year. And I got my high school sweetheart.
Oh yeah, buddy, you're going to fucking war.
And then they go and draft me to the war that same summer. Where me and my girl went to the movies, got a popcorn and a soda pop.
That's sick.
We're watching the new Casablanca.
Yeah.
Whatever was out at the time.
And it's crazy because it could be like this where like me and you are boys.
Yeah.
You get drafted before I do.
Exactly.
3 years later or something like that, I get drafted.
Yeah.
And then I happen to see you out there or whatever.
Yep.
And you're like
whole different guy.
Yeah.
Whole different guy. I already got so much battle scars. I'm already like, now I'm hella grown.
Yeah, hella hard
still,
body.
Yeah, you're still kind of like
18, 19 years old.
Yeah, bro. You still wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. You sitting there.
But mentally, you're 38.
I'm 38 already. I'm sitting there like this. Mike, you're going to need one of these.
And this is the 1940s 38 where you're really 52.
Oh, God. My hands are so goddamn calloused.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? My face is so rough. It looks like leather. Like
Jesus, man.
And I'm only, Mike, I'm 20.
Yeah, you're 20 years old. Same age as me.
Same age as you. You still shiny face.
Yeah.
You still happy. Your hands are still smooth.
Yeah. Squeaky.
You still thinking, bro. You still got that picture of your girl in your wallet.
Oh, God.
I'm sitting like this. I remember when I had Diane in my wallet. Time's over with. It's like, yo.
No, for real.
Brody, you were just playing football a couple years ago.
And the thing that's so crazy, all those dudes were, Vietnam, the Cold War, World War II, even World War I.
Yeah.
When those guys all came back,
dude,
it was kind of just like, all right, you guys are back now. Go back into regular society after the crazy things you've done.
Yeah, get back to work.
It's like, dude,
and don't even get me started. Some of these guys went through the Great Depression or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Right after?
Yeah, that was World War II, yeah.
Crazy. And then you got to go back to work in some factory where I'm going to go get black lung?
Yeah, at some dock or something like that.
In the coal mines.
Yeah.
Really? Bro, that's what I'm trying to say. For the people that complain about nowadays, shut up.
We're so blessed when it comes to how things function now.
Yeah.
Where I don't have to, I'm not forced to go into the military.
Yeah.
Shout out to the dudes who go into the military. Like,
facts.
Real respect to y'all.
On me.
We know a lot of people who are in the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hats off to y'all. Salutes. Bro. Happy Memorial Day, all that. You know what I mean? But back in the day, we didn't have that choice.
We didn't have a choice at all. It was like, bro, and I ain't gonna lie, I think it still is like that because, we all get, we all have to get that selective service thing. We turn 18, all the dudes. But in the end of the day, it's like, if war was to happen,
it's that bad.
It's, you know what I'm saying? Then they're going to bring it back.
But even then.
Because it still exists. It's just that we're not in those times.
The selective reserve, it's still there. There's so much people who sign up already for the military and stuff. Especially the Army. The U.S. Army is it's like the biggest army in the world.
I mean,
It would take, like I'm talking about, damn near every country got to be against us.
No, facts.
For them to be like, okay, we got to get Sheriff and Mike out of their homes and put some helmets on them.
Yeah.
It would take them. It would have to be something so crazy and extreme that they would have to dip into the selective reserve. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, start drafting us and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like I think nowadays it would be so crazy. Like it would have to be damn near nuclear for them to do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably, but who knows?
We might get it.
That's what I'm saying. The way certain things just kind of look at a little bit, who knows how this is going to play out. But I don't know, man. I just thought this was an interesting thing. But, dude, shout out to that kid for even surviving all that stuff he went through. Because, dude, he might as well have been in war.
I swear to God.
With the stuff he was going through.
I swear to God.
You know what I'm saying? So, kudos to that kid. And fuck both of his parents. I'm sorry I had to say it. They're terrible women.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
One thing I was curious, I wonder where his father
dad is. We always think that, bro. I mean, even that last story you told me a couple weeks ago where the mom killed the son and the dog. It's where is the dad?
Who knows?
But like we said, he was probably worse.
Yeah,
who even knows what he was on?
Exactly.
He probably was a drug addict onto some other level.
Man, not for real.
Strung out, probably would have sold his kid for a dime bag.
Not for real.
Whatever the case may be. But I was gonna tell you this, and this is super interesting. This is one of the strangest kidnappings that I've ever heard. This happened in 2018 in Wisconsin to this girl named Jamie Kloss. One day she was getting on like the public, bus to get ready to go to school in the morning. And as she's on the bus, there was this guy named Jake Patterson. He's about 21 years old, and this girl Jamie's 13. He spots her when she gets on the bus, and this guy ends up having this weird obsession with her, this 13-year-old girl. So when he sees her, he's just like, I gotta have her. She goes to school. He was getting ready to go to work that day. After she gets out of school, I'm pretty sure this guy was like stalking her because there was a bunch of times where he would like drive by her house and see if she was home alone, trying to catch her. Why, if none of her parents were there. This one day, he ends up being like, you know what, dude, I can't wait. So he goes over to her around like 12 a.m. He pulls up with like a ski mask. He's wearing all black. He parks his car in their driveway.
Whoa.
Like a maniac. He parks his car, and the minute he parks his car, the dog ends up barking because the dog hears the car pull up. So the dog's barking wakes up the whole family. So the dad, Jamie's father, comes down the stairs. He goes towards the door to see what is going on. This kid, Jake, is standing by the door, and he peeks by the window, And the dad looks out the window to be like, who the heck is that? To the dad's surprise, shoots him through the window with a shotgun and kills him.
Whoa.
Then he shoots the door open, gets inside the house. Jamie and the mom heard the gunshot. They instantly barricaded themselves in the bathroom. I think it was upstairs. The mom thinks quick and she calls 911. Instantly tells them the situation. There's some guy in the house. He has a gun. I think he killed my husband. So this dude runs upstairs and he makes easy work of this door, bro. Blah! Busts the door open.
Damn.
Ends up getting inside the room. Instantly shoots and kills the mom too. Grabs this girl, Jamie, takes her, throws her in his trunk of his car, and he starts leaving. As he's driving away from her house, the police are pulling up to the house. And they literally pass this guy's car as they're going to the place and he's leaving. Yeah. So they didn't even see him. They end up looking around the house to see what it is and try to find clues of where she could have went. And pretty much the case goes cold for like a couple months.
Really?
Yes. And this guy, he had this girl, Jamie, living in his house for 3 months under his bed.
Whoa.
And he kept her under his bed. Pretty much that's where she lived for 3 months at this guy's house. And this is where it gets really weird, and I don't know if he just wanted companionship or something, like a weirdo. He would sometimes take her out of the bed, from under the bed, and he would make her play cards with him, like card games, and watch TV shows with him.
Really?
Yes. From what I heard, he didn't do anything else to her. Like, he was just hanging out with her. He wanted her to just be around him for some weird reason, like, just to own her. And then, I guess this one day, he ends up telling her, I'm going to be leaving for a couple hours. Don't do anything, or you know what's going to happen. I'm going to kill you. So she's spooked. She's like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. Bro goes to do his errand or whatever he has to do. And this girl, Jamie, ends up finding a way to get out of the house. She ends up breaking out of the house. And immediately she's running up the street, just trying to find anyone she can. She ends up finding this lady who's walking down the street with her dog. And the lady's just looking at her like, what the hell is this 13-year-old girl doing? Like, she looks hella frantic.
Yeah, she probably looks crazy.
Yeah, bro, exactly. Yeah, it's been 3 months. And this guy hasn't been like really feeding her or things like that. This lady is just like, okay, I'm going to take you to my house and just make sure you're cool. So we're going to get you off the street. So this guy, before he comes back home. And I think she lived like a couple houses down from this guy. So it was in like the same neighborhood, I'm pretty sure. So they go to that lady's house. The lady calls 911. And you can even hear the 911 call, bro. The lady just sounds like she's hella scared for this girl.
No, I don't want to take her out with
Douglas County 911.
Hi. I have a young lady at my house right now. And she says her name is Jamie Kloss.
Okay, what's your address?
It's in Gordon, Wisconsin.
Okay, have you seen her photo, ma'am?
Yes, it is her. I 100% think it is her.
Are you okay?
100%.
Does it look like she's going to run?
No, she's sitting down. She's relaxing.
Okay, hang on just a second. What's your name?
Yep.
What's your name, ma'am?
Kristen Kaczynskis.
So then this guy, Jake, gets back home. Instantly, he sees that she's not there. He's freaking out to the next level. He's like, oh my God, dude, this is terrible. And the thing he was worried about was not that he was going to get caught. He was just worried that she was gone.
So he wasn't even tripping the fact that
he didn't care.
Oh my God.
That he was going to get caught.
That's
so
crazy.
He jumps in his car. He starts driving around his area frantic as hell. Trying to look for this girl, bro. He's thinking about going to people's houses, all this other stuff to just try to see where she's at.
He was really out of his mind.
Yeah, no, he was crazy. So as he's doing that, the lady already called the police. Police ended up catching him as he was going around to search. They stopped, bro. They're just like, dude, you got to get out the car. We know what you did.
Yeah.
And he goes, before they even say anything, though, he goes and stops his car and says, I know what this is about. And yeah, I did it. They end up arresting this dude and they gave him life, bro, in prison because you killed her parents in front of her, bro.
Yeah.
She's traumatized for the rest of her life.
Forever. And
she was sitting next to her mom and saw her mom get blasted with a shotgun.
Dude, and it held her captive for 3 months.
Yeah. And from my knowledge, I don't know if he did anything nasty to her, but only God knows.
So 2 murders and then also kidnapping her, and that's not on top of if he did any other assault to her while you had her captive.
Yes, which is super crazy.
Yeah, but you're going away forever.
Yeah, you're donezo. But it's like, how is she supposed to live a normal life after something like that?
Man.
You feel me? And it was just such a strange kidnapping.
I feel like that's something you can't bounce back from. Bro.
You can't, bro. You saw both of your parents get murdered in front of you at 13 years old. So now you're in the system until you graduate high school.
Jesus. I mean, maybe she had like an uncle or aunt or whatever.
Oh, yeah. True.
They would go next of kin.
Yeah. True.
You know, if that's the case, then, I guess you're cool. But, you're
hopefully
still dealing through.
Who knows if she did, though? That's the thing I didn't know.
Yeah, who knows?
I
mean, you're still dealing with the fact that
the trauma of losing
both
your
parents died
in front of you.
She for sure seen her mom get killed in front of her.
Yeah, she probably didn't see her dad, but as she's leaving the house with the guy, she sees her dad dead in the front door.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy as hell.
And then also
you're in a trunk.
And you're also gonna get like survivor's guilt because she's probably thinking,
oh
like,
yeah, it was my fault.
This dude,
he wanted me.
For me, yeah. So he killed my parents because of me.
But see, that's the stuff I'm saying, bro. Is like what's kind of scary about being a girl sometimes is that like I'm not saying a majority of men are like this, but then there is that small minority that might just see you at Sephora. You're over there trying to buy makeup or whatever the hell they sell. This guy is in there and he's just like, I'm gonna follow her home. I'm gonna stay 2 cars behind and follow her home. The minute I see her walking in, I'm gonna sneak up behind her and kidnap her.
Yeah, bro. Because most of the time, stalkers are dudes.
Yeah.
I think they said like only 10% is female stalkers.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they'll stalk is because if you're like a celebrity.
Yep.
Or
it's always something of,
or if they're like jealous or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a dude will
just
see a girl be like,
yeah,
I'm gonna follow her.
Yeah.
Just because he likes the way she looks.
Yeah. And sometimes he won't even do anything to her.
Just stalk.
Isn't that crazy?
Call her and breathe hella heavy on the phone and stuff. Yeah.
And she's just like, hello?
That's so crazy, bro.
Who is this?
Tommy, is this you? Tommy, stop playing with me. Tommy, you're being weird. Stop.
I'm the guy from the bus.
Tommy, Tommy, what are you talking about? She's not doing that. Ella Coolest and shit. Like, no, he's a creepy motherfucker on the bus.
He's the creepy guy on the bus that you were sitting there telling your homegirl, like, yeah, girl. No, I'm just sitting here. There's like some creepy guy that's looking at me or whatever, but it's no big deal.
He's on the bus like, hella wild. It's like, dude.
My bad, brother. I was just seeing who the fuck this is.
Uh-oh. Looks like Sheriff got a stalker. No, are you really getting a phone call right now?
Yeah, I did.
What are you talking about? It's a hospital or something?
Yeah. Oh, because I got into a new doctor, like a new hospital. Nice. Yeah, because I left Kaiser. So,
nice. No more Kaiser for you.
Yeah, no more Permanente.
Nice.
Yeah, tight stuff. But yeah, dude, I don't know. That's just so interesting. You're right though.
That's like, what girls have to deal with.
Yeah, which is weird.
You know,
it is.
And I'm not
weird.
saying every dude on the bus is
majority,
this creepy guy.
It's not majority, but there is that small chance
that it will happen.
That they're gonna have that
sucks.
creep.
Because the chances of me and you getting on a bus and having that happen to us is
damn near zero.
Damn near zero.
Yeah, because
damn near zero, bro.
And even the idea of it too, it's like if I did have it, we're not gonna be scared because it's different, bro. It's like if
I get a phone call of a girl heavy breathing on the phone, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just gonna hang up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what the what? Or even if the girl answers and she's just like, hello, it's Cynthia. Cynthia who? From the bus stop. I don't know no Cynthia from a bus stop. Stop calling my phone, bruh.
Yeah, instantly.
Like, what are you talking about? Is this? And then if she pops up at my house, I'm going to be like this. Look, I don't hit girls. But if you keep coming over here, I'm going to get my sister to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Or somebody else I know. You're insane.
Honestly, bruh, if it was me for reals and girls really stalking me,
yeah,
and she comes to my house, starts doing some weird,
yeah,
I'm going to tell her straight up. If you don't get out of here, I'm going to kick your ass personally. I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn about all this other stuff. If you keep showing up to my car or whatever, or to my front door or whatever.
Facts. It's ugly.
This is my warning to you.
Yeah.
I'll warn her, call the police. If she's still showing up, she's going to have to get some of these, bruh. She's going to have to get some of these. You know
100%, bro. You're hilarious. He said, I'm going to do it myself. Bro. I'm taking matters into my own hands,
I'm
literally.
To,
you're hilarious, bro. Oh, man, dude, you're hilarious for that. But I don't know. It's just crazy to me, just everything that is happening in the world in general, you know what I mean? And these are just things that are going to be an everyday thing, to be honest. Even though it doesn't sound good to say it like that, it is just the truth. Yeah, bro. It's like you live in a jungle, bro. You got to know there's snakes, there's bears, there's lions, there's this. Whatever the case may be, there's going to be some dangers. But, man, we're going to get up out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Let us know in the comments what was your favorite story. Let us know what was your favorite part of this episode. Let us know what you guys would do in some of these situations. You could throw it in the comments. So follow us on everything, TB4I Podcast, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Follow our other channel, Couch Critics. Go show some love to that channel as well. We're trying to get that up. Look at least 10K right now. Get that up. You feel me? That's going to be the first goal for that.
Like, comment, subscribe on everything. Let us know what y'all think. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.